Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Akron's hottest and fastest growing show, 3 Throw to Go. I'm your host, Hank Forrester, coming to you live from the original Stakeout Studios overlooking the rolling plains of Hardesty Park. Boy, do we have a fun show and afternoon in store for you guys. So thankful for this glorious weather today. Today we've got 2 food trucks and local musicians right here on Harcourt. But before we get into all that, let's have a big round of applause once again for Lindy.
How you doing, Hank?
Just living that dream.
All right, today's episode is brought to us by the Stray Dog Food Cart, making Akron more Acrony since 2009. The carts have hit the streets, so make sure that you look for them around town. And if you don't find them around town, you can find them at their flagship location right underneath the main Akron Library, or you can head to Northside Marketplace as well. Today's show is also brought to us by Acme Fresh Markets. The 7 Steaks of Summer program has returned. It's still going. Each week, a new cut of steak will be featured. Simply purchase that steak, and you'll be entered to potentially win free groceries for a year. This week, sirloins are just $3.99 a pound, so stop in the store for some great cuts.
Folks, as you can see, the weather has finally changed for us. So today's episode is also brought to us by Cycling Solutions. If you're in need of bike repairs, bike adjustments, special fittings, initial bike setup, or coaching and counseling, Cycling Solutions can help you with all of that. Tom's expertise and process is second to none, and I encourage you to reach out to him either on Facebook or online at www.cyclingsolutions.net. Finally, the weather's improving, so those bikes are going to be out and about, so make sure you get your bikes serviced before you take them out on the trails. In addition, today is also brought to us by Nick's Landscaping. Located conveniently on the border between Norton and Copley, Nick has been taking care of yards for over 20 years. No project is too big or small, so make sure you contact them today before their schedule gets jam-packed. Their phone number is so easy to remember, 330-666-7000. Give them a call today. Also, Mobile Screen, one of our newest sponsors. They're a premier provider of workplace substance abuse testing, and they offer comprehensive compliance consulting as well as collection programs and services dedicated to helping companies reduce and manage risk and exposure within their work environments. Whether you are an employer, governmental entity, or a concerned parent, Mobile Screen of Ohio provides a complete line of drug and alcohol testing services and programs that fit your needs. And finally, we also have some special sponsors for today's festivities. Danny's here from Sip of Solidarity, part of our team, and she's got info available on Wags to Whiskers and 31 Gifts by Danielle Valentine. Info is available for pickup on site. Make sure to ask about the Dalmatian puppies.
They are so cute.
She's got puppies.
I want to snuggle all of them.
Several of them, many of them for sale. Okay, so check into the puppies. I sound like Cruella de Vil right now. All right, so last week was fun. We had a good time at the Akron Fossil Museum. I mean, you had your little zip line experience.
First time ever.
That was the first time doing a zip line?
Ever.
You did great. You
Yeah.
only kind of screamed and squealed just the one time. It was like,
It was
yeah!
fun. It was a fun scream.
And then I got to do the slide, so that was a good time. So again, folks, today we've got food trucks in the drive, but in this case, they're newer to the Akron area, which is exciting. So they're going to be here for the next 3 or 4 hours. So they're getting set up right now. But right now it's time. We're going to start our first interview. We're going to bring out the team from Johnny Lote's. We got John and Eric. They're going to come on up. So come on up here, guys. So big round of applause for Johnny Lote's. I'm probably mispronouncing that like crazy. We'll see. They will correct me. So slide in on the bench and grab a chair too, fellas. Come on in. I'll turn the camera just a little bit.
Hello.
Hello. Just come on in. Eric, go ahead and take a seat.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Linda.
Okay, so we got John and Eric joining us right now. Okay. So guys, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having us.
Oh, we appreciate it. So, the first question, and by the way, I'm doing this show off camera, folks, mostly because Lindy said that people really don't want to look at me anyway, and I got a voice for radio. So I'm good with that, and that way I can produce and still do the thing as well. All right. So guys, thanks for being here. First of all, the first question I always ask is, tell us your Akron story. Okay. Tell me Did you guys grow up here? What's your story about Akron?
Well, I didn't grow up here, but I've been in Akron since probably about 1998. My dad was originally from the Cuyahoga Falls, Akron area, and my mother's actually from Central America, so I am Latino.
Perfect.
Like I said, I was in Akron I did graduate from North High School in
Okay.
99.
Okay.
And I love Akron. I've been away from Akron, but I always come back. So
What's not to like?
absolutely.
All right, Eric.
Well, also born and raised in the Akron area, Cuyahoga Falls, and then a little bit of high school out in Bath. So I've just been around this area most of my life. I worked out of state a few times, but just like John, Akron always draws me back, and I'm proud to be from Akron.
It's a common story, and we talk about that all the time. We're Akron kids doing Akron things, right? And no matter where people end up in the corner of the U.S., they always seem to find their way back here. It always amazes me when I hear those stories. All right, so Lindy, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you run this thing. All right?
Sounds good. All right, guys. So you are with the awesome Mexican street corn food truck. So exciting. So tell us a little
but I gotta
bit.
correct you there. It's a Latin street
Sorry,
corn.
Latin
John
street
will
corn.
tell you why.
Well, I'm not actually Mexican. I was born in El Salvador.
Okay.
And
No, this is good. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that. Okay.
This is a very although elotes are very popular in Mexico, and they may even have originated from Mexico,
Okay.
but there are different variations of recipes depending on what region of Central America you're
Okay.
from. So it's a Latin dish, and and that's why we call it Johnny Lote's Latin street corn.
Okay. He kept telling me Mexican, so blame him.
I did not.
Blame
It
him.
says it right there. Latin. It's in the script.
Eh,
All right.
I
No,
can't
no,
read
we're
it
good.
apparently.
We're good. I'm not throwing you under the bus. But you
Totally
did. You did me. You did me
Oh,
first.
man. All right. So tell us your food story and kind of like what possessed you to start a food truck.
Well, the elotes got into us, man. It was really
Okay.
the elotes. Originally, we were going to, Eric and I got our heads together, and we said, hey, let's do something together because we're best buddies, and let's have some fun and try to do something. I am my real job. I'm a paramedic in Akron,
Okay.
but we said, hey, let's get together. Let's do something fun. And he said, let's get into concession somehow. And he brought up, he said, let's sell something that everybody loves. And then we're in Ohio. He said, everybody loves corn.
Okay.
And I kind of got the wheels rolling. I said, hey, I know, and that's when I introduced him to elotes. And I said, let's do this. So, and originally we were going to do like a concession style, and then we did a little bit of research, and we ended up focusing on what we call the food truck trailer.
Okay.
And here we are.
And everybody has to eat, and nobody's gonna be hungry. So
Right.
I mean, that's perfect.
And-
so
That's right.
And the thing about elote is, like I said, it got into our blood. There is a whole elote culture,
okay.
especially out in California, where there is a very Latino-centered population. It really is a whole culture out there. The guy who serves elote is usually known as an elotero,
Okay.
and he usually has it's usually just one guy in a cart, and he goes around, and he usually has like a corner he posts at or a neighborhood he goes to, and everybody comes. Everybody's happy to see the elotero. It's almost like the ice cream man.
Okay.
Everybody's happy to see the elotero. Everybody loves the eloteros, and we are proud to say we are Akron's first eloteros.
Very nice.
Well, and I love that. Okay, so I saw a meme about a week or two ago. One of you folks shared it on Facebook, and it was, "Dear taco truck people, please drive around like the ice cream truck people." Okay, and as adults, we would follow those trucks, right? So this is the same kind of concept, and I love it.
Somebody,
She's saying, please.
Kate's in the window.
we actually saw a modification of that same meme.
Okay.
Somebody X'd out taco truck and put elotero.
Okay, so explain. Let's get more into that. I want to get further into that concept. Okay, so now what you guys have done is you've taken that base and you've made it your own, and you've added to it as well.
We have. You're absolutely right.
Go on, expand on that.
So what we want to do is we want to be able to push this out to as many people as we can. And one guy with an elotero with a cart, that's great. But in order to be a licensed food truck trailer in Akron, Ohio, it's not in Mexico. Maybe one guy can do it. Maybe they have different rules in California. But in Akron, there are certain rules that you have to abide by to have your food truck trailer. So once we found out what all the requirements were, we realized that we're going to need a little bit more than just a cart kind of setup. There's health department requirements, fire department requirements, and all those kind of things. So once we found out what all it would take to do this, then that's when we came up with the food truck trailer concept.
Okay, Eric, you gonna say something?
Oh, I just said voila. That's exactly how we came up with it. If the food truck trailer kind of chose us in a way, because like we wanted to get out there. We wanted to sell something, and this is just the way people are doing it now. And it's an extremely popular way to get out there and sell food. It's just happening right now. Everybody's about this food truck culture, and it just happening. It was just a no-brainer.
Well, as a podcast / webcast, whatever we even qualify as anymore, I took a lot of pride in the Akron kids doing Akron things. And when I noticed the food truck culture as a whole, they're very supportive of each other for the most part. And for the most part, they all know each other. They all kind of work together. And the nice thing is they all kind of specialize in their own thing. Okay. So when you talk about friends of show, okay, you've got Twist of Leona, you've got Southern Thanks, you've got Square Scullery, you've got Funky Truckeria. Okay. These are all very close and dear to us, friends, if you will. I mean, we've helped them in their journey. We've helped support them. So that's why when I heard about you guys' story, I loved the opportunity to help you guys launch. You guys have been around now for a couple months, month or two, right? Where Rib Factory is newer. They're still in the process of going through and jumping through all their hoops, okay? Yep. So that leads us to the next question, okay? What is everything that you need to do? There's a lot of process in this, and you brought that up, kind of. So tell us, what is everything that has to happen before you can be a legal street vendor food truck?
Well, there are some variations as when it comes down to what exactly you want to do inside your truck. You mentioned some of those other food trucks, Square Scullery. I know they have an entire kitchen inside their truck. Ours is a little bit more simplified. We're almost like a hybrid. We don't have to have a lot of the heavy equipment that some of those other food trucks have. Like, for example, a lot of the requirements are not only health department requirements, but a lot of them are fire department safety requirements as far as like hood systems for ventilation, for carbon monoxide, that kind of stuff. And when you have open flames inside your trailer, you need all that stuff. If you're going to have any kind of open flame inside, whether it's a smoker or whether it's an entire range or fryers, anything with grease vapors. Our concept was very simple. Like I said, we were going to start off with just kind of a pop-up thing, but then the trailer ended up being a little bit more practical for us. And it is, like I said, it does vary from truck to truck as far as like what you want to do with your truck. For us, we had to do some health department stuff. Our fire inspection was relatively simple. We don't have any open flames inside the trailer. The only a little bit of cooking that we do takes place outside the trailer, and most of it is prep.
Okay.
For other people though who are looking to start up a food truck, some of the basic requirements are just registering with the government. You got to get your FEIN number. You got to get your health inspection, like John said. You got to get your fire inspection. But you're going to want to get a business license, a vendor's license, and it kind of sounds like a lot. It's sort of daunting at first. You just create a list of the licenses you need, and you just go after it one at a time. And really, it's just a matter of doing it. And it's all online. It's just a matter of doing a little bit of research and connecting with the right people to find out what you need to do.
One of the things that Akron did in the last few years was they changed the ruling in regards to having to have a commissary. Okay. And that's part of the issue that some of these food trucks run into is they have to have a stationary location that's kind of like their launch point, right? I want to highlight one of our sponsors. One of our sponsors is Stray Dog Food Carts. And the thing about Stray Dog, and I love what they've done, is when Charlie started his business back in 2009, it was exactly like you guys. His was even less. It was just a tiny little hot dog cart behind his truck that he pulled around, right? So it was literally Stray Dog hot dog food cart, okay? Then he went to another cart, then he went to another cart, then he went to a truck. And he kept progressing to that next step. Akron made the rule, and at that point he opened a commissary. And then he went to that next step again, like Square Scullery has. Okay, so when I look at our friends of show, and again, Stray Dog is our sponsor, they have those physical locations, right? And Stray Dog now has the place. Not only have they set up under the library, which is being obliterated by construction right now, but I didn't say that, Akron. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me voice that opinion at all. Hold on, I got a sound for that. All right. Point being, he now has a second location at the Northside Market, which you and I highlighted, right? So when I look at how you guys evolve, when you start out as this, is the goal to eventually end up with a restaurant? I mean, is that everybody's dream, or you want to just be the elote guy that goes around town?
We are like I said, we're a hybrid. We're eloteros. We're not necessarily. There's a little bit of a distinction.
Please tell. Please explain.
Example, we don't even have a commissary kitchen. We were not required to have a commissary kitchen.
Okay.
The utensils the way we have our setup, it's simple enough to where we have our 4-compartment sink required by the health department that's large enough to fit anything that we use in our trailer. So when we had our health inspection and she did our inspection and we showed her our setup, we weren't required to have a commissary kitchen. And we don't plan to. We don't plan to have a restaurant. We're gonna when we do expand, it'll be more trailer similar to this one. Keep it simple and just keep it. We're just trying to look to be eloteros.
Okay.
Very important. Our season is the corn season. We're all about getting local corn growers using their corn. We want to support all the local farmers in this area because Ohio has some great corn. The Midwest is known for their corn, and that's really what got us into this to begin with.
He's right. That's really what we wanted to and that's where the name Johnny Lotes come from. We really wanted to try to combine the great corn from Ohio, local farms, with the Latin culture. The name Johnny Lotes is kind of a play on words. If you listen to when you say Johnny Lotes, you actually say the word elotes in Johnny Lotes. So we want to kind of do like a mix of, the Ohio American corn kind of community and mix that with the elote community.
Before we go on, did you guys remember to turn off the corn?
The corn's fine.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So for me, what it sounds like, I just thought about something. I'm a business owner as well. I'm a hairstylist, so I'm a booth renter. I run my own business. So when I'm in a business coaching program right now, and they talk a lot about target market and branding. So it sounds like you thought a lot about that through when you were creating this. Is like you said, you say the word elote when you say Johnny Lotes.
Absolutely.
So that's, and then looking at the cart too with the picture and everything, it's perfect target market branding. You draw in the clients, the target market that you're looking for. So, what are some of the challenges you kind of faced when you were setting up your food cart? It doesn't sound like you had too many, but what are some challenges other carts may have faced or may be facing if they want to open up?
Well, once you get past the challenges of like Eric stated with registering with the government, which is it's really just about doing it, just finding out what you have to do. I think one of the challenges that we have is just trying to find out how do you get into events? How do you really do that? And it just takes a little bit of legwork, making contacts. There isn't really like a centralized site that you can access, and just you kind of have to know like what from being in the area for a number of years, for almost 20 years, the ones that you yourself go to and that kind of stuff, and then you just kind of try to build off of that. A lot of networking and a lot of word of mouth from other food truckers.
Definitely, social media is huge as well. Everybody's posting all these events online. And that's a big part of what we're doing is we have one trailer right now, and we can't make it to all the events we want to be at.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day, Johnny Lotes will be at all these events so that everybody can have an elote whenever they want one.
Awesome. So tell us what is on your menu and kind of what are some of the prices?
Okay. So the only thing on our menu is elotes.
Okay.
Now you do get to choose a little bit. We do the way that we serve our elotes we do serve it in a tray with it's on top of a bed of your choice of chips. A lot of it is nacho-based chips, tortilla-based chips. We have a guacamole-style chips, whatever. And then a lot of the toppings that go on the elote kind of spill over, and we put a little extra cheese on it, so it's almost like a nacho platter with a huge elote on top.
Okay.
But the basic, it's really a one-item menu.
Simple.
It really is.
You either get an elote or you get an elote.
Yeah,
That's right.
Well, I'll be honest. Okay, so I know you're new to this. Okay,
Yes.
I tasted them. All right, so I had the normal one, and it was pretty spicy for me.
I like some meat though.
So I don't even want to know what the next level. I don't even want to know what it was. Okay, because my wife always teases me. She always says I'm a spice wuss. Okay, so
you are. When we were at the Northside Market, I'm like, this isn't even spicy. What's wrong with you?
The way that we like to present it is our original elote. It comes out at about if you have a heat scale of mild, medium, and hot, it comes out at about a medium. It really does, and that's the reaction I've been getting from people. People say it has a perfect amount, just enough. And we do have. You can say it add extra heat,
A little bit.
and you can either say a kid's elote. Our kid's elote comes with pretty much no heat at all.
Okay.
It's just a little bit of seasoning. You still get the mayo, and the corn, and the mayo, and then you get no seasoning. And then you can also just say add extra heat, and we can make it a little more hot for you.
Okay. And so, what is your upcoming summer schedule? Is there certain places you're going to be when, or?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Let me pull it up here for you. Go ahead, buddy.
We have many events booked already for this July, and to start with, July 3rd, we'll be at the Medina Fireworks Festival.
Okay.
July 5th, Kenmore First Friday. Not everybody's invited, but July 6th, we're doing the FOP event, Fraternal Order of Police, and we're told we're going to be serving 1,000 cops at that one.
That's a private police event. But.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
You could show up. Things could happen, but you can go ahead and show up. I mean, it's fine.
But the big one here coming up is going to be July 11th through 13th in downtown Akron. That's the Italian America Festival, and we're really glad that we got into that because that's going to be huge. It's going to be a ton of people, a lot of great food, and we really are looking forward to this because, like, we're from Akron. It's all about Akron, and we're here to introduce Akron to elotes. And
Absolutely.
This is when we're going to do it.
Now, is there a way for someone, if they were having like a private party at their house, are they able to book you along with like something like this where Rib Factory
Sure.
comes along and?
We do catering, we do private
Okay.
parties, events, corporate events, you name it. You can find our schedule online, johnnylotes.com. Also social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get a hold of us any way you can.
And we'll also be at we're going to be probably pretty much weekly on Thursdays at the Copley Creekside Farmers Market. We're going to try to be there just about every week. We got some Wild Roots events coming up, and we have Taste of Akron on July 26th. We have the Akron Art Expo also on that same exact weekend. We have some Rock the Lock events. We'll be around Akron all weekend, and if you want to know, just go on our website, and we'll be. Our schedule is on that website.
We're also hoping the people around Copley will be able to find us soon on the Copley Circle.
Absolutely.
Fingers are crossed for that one.
Okay. And I've never had food truck food, so I'm super excited, and I love corn. Okay. Delays has an amazing setup with their corn that they have there with the all buttered and everything. So, and I love spicy food, so this is like.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're excited for you to try it.
All right. So here's the deal, right? So let me let's talk about that real quick. All right. So we're gonna let you guys go, and then we'll bring on Justin here because he's been ribbing it up, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Rib Factory.
yeah. Point being, you guys go do your thing, and then so bring her a sample. If you wouldn't mind, because
absolutely.
that way she can. I want to see her
You get the first
reaction.
one.
Okay.
I want to see her
We're shooting a
reaction
little
live on the
spicy
air.
for you.
And I'm
All right.
bringing my husband some home too.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Excellent.
So, hey guys, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate everything you've been
Absolutely.
doing.
Yeah, you too.
Again, Johnny Lotes, and I love the way. Now that you said that, I'm going to say it for the rest of my days. I'm going to say Johnny Lotes, just in one
You
word.
can't
Okay.
forget that it's Latin because lotes is Latin.
No,
Lotes,
I
spell it
never
out.
said. I swear
Okay,
on
for
my
me.
on everything on my children and my life, I never said Mexican. I've always
I don't
said
know where I
Latin
picked
street
it
corn.
up. I
Okay.
don't know.
All right. So guys, thank you. Good luck
Thank you,
tonight.
guys.
We got people starting to trickle in. We're going to start our live music here in just a little bit. Thanks for being on, and let's
Thanks
go
for
find
having us.
Justin.
Thanks
All
a lot
right.
for having
So
us.
once again, thank you guys. Appreciate it. All right. So Justin, if you're out there, come on over. Justin from the Rib Factory. He's cooking. He's cooking. Can you take 5 minutes? Can you get someone on the flipper for 5 minutes? What's up, pals? How are you guys? Again, folks are starting to roll in right now. Justin is busy cooking. Lindy, how you doing? Why? Hey, listen, you got your fork?
I do.
All right, so right there, that's one of the. It's called a cantina boat. That's what they're going to be, right? That's
Carnita boat.
or carnita. I say
Yeah.
cantina.
Yeah, same
It's a
thing.
carnita boat. So right there, that's one of the things they're going to be serving today. So that's available. Folks are starting to show up right now. And again, this is live TV, so things do happen. So Justin's giving instructions right now, and he's running on over, and here he comes. Once again, here we go with the Rib Factory. Yay! Come on in, slide next to Lindy.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, come on in.
All right.
Lindy, snug that mic up next to him, okay, if you would. All right, so Justin, hi.
How you doing?
I'm living the dream just like you, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so now, Lindy, as you go to ask him some of these questions, just know that he is behind schedule a little bit, okay, which is okay. Point being, he's got a lot of things that are in planning. So the difference between these two trucks is Johnny's is up and running now, and Rib Factory is still in process.
out things,
Okay, so go ahead and do your thing.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your Akron story and then your food story, kind of how you got started with your truck.
my parents moved down to Akron about 25 years ago, and from northern Michigan, and we would come down to visit. Fell in love with the area, decided to move.
Sounds good.
So, and then the food truck, I smoked meats, worked in a meat market when I was young,
Okay.
farm country, northern Michigan, and I've been trying to tweak ribs for 20 years.
Okay.
You know, I'm always end up being the chef at
Parties and
parties,
things like that.
work, you know, everything.
You were just you're the meat.
I just
cooker.
go right to the grill.
There you go. Kind of gravitate that way.
Yes.
So tell us kind of what made you want to start a food truck versus just kind of keeping that going of like cooking at parties and things like that. Share the
I don't
love
know.
more.
I should have got into shaved ice. I can tell you that right now. Or French fries, anything but ribs, because
right.
the cost of a rib versus the cost of a corn
Yeah,
or
but ribs
a
are
French
so much
fry.
tastier.
I know,
But you can charge that too.
yeah.
Here's the thing.
That's the thing.
You know me, I'm a rib cooker too. And Tim's watching right now. Tim lives just across the street, down the street. He'll be down a little bit. Ribs are an act of love.
Oh yeah.
Ribs and anything that you have to smoke, you know? And so there's a difference in terms of that thought process, and there's a difference in terms of what you can charge, right?
Right.
And people get that and they understand that. It's not frowned upon.
Right.
So
They're willing to pay for it. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the support that you're getting from like your friends and family in this whole venture.
Oh, they've been very supportive. They've been ordering. They
Taste
order ribs
testing.
from me, taste testing. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of taste testing. But no, my family's been fully behind it.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Everything's going really well.
So tell us a little bit about the process kind of setting up your truck. We obviously know you're still kind of working out some of those things and permits and getting all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was about a
worked
month and a
out.
half ago, 2 months ago.
Okay.
It was an idea.
Okay.
So I bought a truck. I didn't like it. I bought a new trailer and getting this set up. So it's taken a lot longer than what you would expect or
Okay.
what I would have expected. It's like
Kinda what your desired
everything. You got to
timeline.
order stuff and you got to wait for it to come in, tanks, water tanks.
Awesome. So is there any like really big challenges that you've kind of faced other than just the little things you were telling us about?
I'm just trying to juggle a job. The rain,
Oh,
work
yeah.
on the trailer in the rain,
Yeah.
cut windows. Oh, you know, it's been the weather's probably been the biggest challenge.
Yeah, a lot of rain. So
it's been a challenge on everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things I do, one of our sponsors is Nick's Landscaping, and I also help represent him too. And one of the things that they've been running into is they need like 3, 4, 5 days in order to have time to do any kind of mulch or any kind of sod, any kind of soil. All right. So for you to be able to work outdoor on any kind of a truck like this, of course, it's the same holdups. So trust me. I mean, we've all been feeling it. So we feel your pain, man.
We do in my day job. We aerate and
Okay.
seed and fertilize, weed control, and it's very with
Difficult.
wet yards. It's difficult.
So, well, tell us what's on your menu and then the prices for that. And
Well, I don't know what these are. I just came up with those. So they're boats.
look
They're mini
tasty.
boats. But ribs and coleslaw, pretty much it right now. I do anything kind of meats,
You can
salmon,
do anything with
fish.
meat. You can tweak it any way you want.
Yeah.
There's endless options.
Yep.
So
this what's it called, a carnita?
Yeah, it's pulled pork and I
Carnita
make a
boat?
carnita style.
Okay.
And then which is basically frying pulled pork.
All right, so Lindy, go ahead and try it.
Okay.
Let's try
and
this live in the
that's,
air here.
And then a little bit of cilantro, lime, coleslaw gives it the just in case you dribble.
So it's kind of like it's a carnita boat is what it's called.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
got maybe a little hint of orange.
And it's like almost like a taco, as far as the way that you eat it.
Yeah, you can just pick it up and eat it.
Just pick it up and
Yeah.
eat it. So you don't need a fork.
You
Okay.
don't need a fork.
Okay. Well, that's cool. What do you think, kid?
You can keep going.
Yeah, it was something I came
Hey,
up with.
hey. So we got a bazinga.
Bazinga.
All right. She's happy.
Refreshing.
She's happy. All right. So what is in that? You said it's carnita, which is pork.
Pulled pork carnita.
Okay.
That's basically fry it. It was smoked, fried, and then we put coleslaw, fresh cilantro, and cojita cheese on the top.
Okay.
And then just dress it with a little bit of cilantro and then squirt of lime.
You like it? Is it good? She's not. She's.
It's a refreshing kind of a summer.
Are you done talking? She's like, just like take over the interview, Hank. I love it. All right. Well, that's good. All right. So, from a menu standpoint, okay, as you move forward, now you brought up some of the challenges that you faced, okay, and we even experienced some of those today. I mean, me and you were cussing and throwing things earlier. Yeah. So, and that's part of it, right? And the thing is. And even with Sip of Solidarity, with our partner that's helping us tonight, this last show that they just did was on, hey, be an entrepreneur. Hey, it's this wonderful life. Hey, start a business. And then it's like, okay. So on top of that, though, you have the challenges, but then you do have the successes. So tell us about, I was at a show you did not too long ago, and there was a lot of happiness going on there, okay? Right. Despite the rain. There was a lot of rain, which we've talked about, okay? Right. So when you see somebody like what she just did, she just ate.
I'm tempted to eat yours. I'm sorry.
No, that's not mine. No.
For you.
Oh, that's for me.
No, that's just for you. That is for you.
Where'd your rib go?
I'm getting my food later. I don't.
They didn't give me that.
Are you kidding me? I'm hosting this thing. I eat what's left at the end. Okay, go for it. Seriously, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna eat the other
I'll
one.
keep talking then. So point being, when someone has this reaction, I mean, does that make it all worth it for you?
Oh yeah. I've always been hospitality, so I love food. I'm a foodie. I'm a critic. I'm definitely a food critic, and food is just something I really enjoy, and I really enjoy watching people eat great food.
Okay. All right. So now I know you and I talked. What?
Oh my God.
What?
So good.
You already tried it?
I ate Jillian. She had 2 of them.
So Kate approves. Kate approves the carnitas. Kate approves the carnita bug. All right, so
come up with a name for them.
Yeah, we will. All right, so you don't need that. So point is, you and I have talked off the air, and you're delaying your truck opening a little bit.
Yeah,
okay?
Originally it was next year, and then it just kind of. I got excited, and then I figured, well, it's just ribs. I can open a truck. And then I find out I need a commissary, so we may end up getting a restaurant commissary.
Okay.
It's still up in the air, but there's just a lot going on, and sometimes it's just going back to the day job. It actually looks really good.
But at the same,
that's I haven't gotten started.
At the same time, though, you had mentioned to me your plan is basically right now. What you're going to do is you're going to kind of partner up with people. For example, like Johnny Lotes.
Right. Yep.
So, the point is, folks, look for the Rib Factory around town. They're not going to be open as their own truck just quite yet, but they will be available as a partner with other trucks as well. Okay. So in other words, that answers the question of your upcoming schedule.
Yeah, and I can cook on at their location.
You can do banquets. You can do catering.
Stuff like not catering. I'm not licensed for catering yet.
Okay.
But I do, private chef, and then eventually, once we get all the licenses and everything, we'll be doing some events.
Okay.
More private events.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. Justin, thank you so much. I know you got a bunch of people now that have put in orders. So you got to get to work.
All right.
So thank you so much. I appreciate you being on.
See us at the
ribfactory.com. Thanks for being on. Thank you. You happy?
Oh, yeah.
You happy?
I need some of that corn and some ribs.
All right. The corn's coming too. All right, so guys, wait, here, hold on.
Oh man!
Oh, here it comes.
That's
a perfect timing. So we're gonna get a live.
So what we got here is our original Lote, a little extra heat for you,
Thank
and a couple
you.
of different kind of chips. You got our granite blue corn, guacamole chips, and tortilla style, and there's extra
Awesome.
lime there if you'd like it.
Thank you so much.
right.
That
All right,
looks amazing.
so what I did, and me and Sierra had our there you go. You spritz it with the lime.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. All right, so we're gonna get a. I see Teddy showing up. Hey Teddy, how you doing? So right now we're gonna get a live reaction. And I know you guys are having trouble seeing her face because there's a lot of glare.
Good. Here, if I move this way, is that
No, you're
better?
fine. We're gonna get a live reaction.
She's just very shaded.
She's just shaded. She's shaded.
A little shady.
So here we go. A live reaction of the elote being taste tested on the air. She's gonna go She's gonna be the
You're a wimp. That's not spicy.
I'm a wimp. I know I'm a spice wimp.
Heat on there.
We know this. This is not new.
Put me in and I'm like, oh
This isn't new. Well, you tasted that, right?
my God, it was so good.
All right. So there it is. All right, folks are starting to trickle in now. We're going to be starting our live music here in just a little bit. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And what? Oh, okay. This one right here. Okay. So one of our special sponsors tonight is Danny, right? So Danielle Valentine is one of the hosts of Sip of Solidarity. And so with 31, while Lindy just mouths on some elote over there, to be entered to win $100 in free product giveaway, you need to text 31LOVE to the number 31996. At 31, our goal is to provide a solution to make your life easier and more organized. I would love to personally help with that. This is Danny talking, not me. Okay. Hold on. He's bringing napkins up. I offer free in-home, not me. I don't offer it. Danny offers it. I offer free in-home organization consultation and personal gift shopping consultations as well. Now, wags to whiskers. I mentioned the Dalmatians, right? Hold on. I think I got a button for that. There we go. All right. So in-home personal care to your four-legged friend. We're a great alternative to the kennel environment, working out out of our personal home since 2008. The owner is a certified surgical vet, and she worked in the animal. As I'm talking, we're watching her just mow on this corn. Left field to care for friends like yours and offer stress-free vacations for others. Your dog will be loved, cared for by the family. We stick to normal routine and schedules to help with adjusting and transitioning. Please call for more information or come to our place for a tour. Again, that's Wags to Whiskers. All right. Doherty, what are you doing? You just logged in. Get over here, man. If you're not working at Acme, one of our sponsors, Mike Doherty, please report to 128 Harcourt Drive, the original Stakeout Studios. Once again, folks, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, we're going to be going live with our musicians in just a little bit. The show ends now, but the food and entertainment begin in just a few. Stop on over from 3 to 6. We're probably going to extend that to 7 now because we're late getting started with our food.
It doesn't get dark till 9 anyways.
It doesn't get dark till 9. Then for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be featuring the Rialto Theater in Kenmore from Rubber City Reviews, and I'll be hanging out around the All-Star Game up in Cleveland. We'll be going live at the All-Star Game. Until then, I don't know where I'm going, but there ain't no sense of being late. Everybody out there, if you can hear my voice, everybody, you ready? Say goodnight, Shirley.
Okay, I'm going to finish eating my corn now.
This podcast is a copyright of Moon Garden Media Limited.
Oh, just a lot of peanut butter.